you can imagine.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here at the premiere of Agramon's Gate. We're here with a gentleman you've seen quite a bit. Sir, your accomplishments are great, and I've seen you, but I never thought I'd get to meet you. How you doing?
Thank you. Oh, you're great. I mean, it's a pleasure being back here. When I was a kid, way back, I growing up in northern Minnesota with a bad stutter. Held back twice because they thought I was slow. And who lived right next to us at our lake place in northern Minnesota encouraged me was Rock Hudson's mother, the biggest star in the world's mother, because she liked northern Minnesota. She ended up staying with us every summer, and bad stutter or not, I was bullied as a kid. I moved. I was at age 13 at Rock Hudson's mother at Rock Hudson's house because they were like family to me. And I said, Rock, someday I'm going to be in movies just like you and produce because I won't stutter. And he encouraged me. As I was held back twice. I ended up graduating at the University of Minnesota in the theater arts degree, major university in theater arts, journalism, and film. Moved to LA. Took UCLA courses, and within 7 years, filmed a little company. We filmed within 7 years. Malibu High, three of us, was one of the top 10 driving films of all time to this day.
I've seen it.
And then I produced with the three of us, Jackie Vernon, in now considered one of the top 10 cult films in the world, Microwave Massacre. I mean, I was in my 20s. And then I started a TV show on Group W, and I stuttered. But I proved to the world that you can go out, do whatever you want, it doesn't matter. I stuttered, and within 7 years, it was the #1 show on Group W. And I stuttered, but it became an encouragement to people with handicaps worldwide.
Well, Jimmy Stewart stuttered.
James Earl Jones.
Yeah, James Earl Jones stuttered. Jermaine Jackson 5 stuttered.
Yeah.
What's the guy, the bald-headed dude that played basketball for a while? Garnett.
Oh yeah, from the Minnesota, where I'm from originally, and then boom. And in 1990, I ended up doing a pilot for Fox TV, and I was beat out by In Living Color, Jim Carrey, but what the heck. I ended up doing the movies like The Flesh Merchant, and then I ended up moving back to Minnesota because I thought our school, I mean, it was just better atmosphere for my daughters. I just thought, why not? So I moved back for the sake of my family, but now that I'm back there, 10 years ago, I'm starting all over again.
Let's see some of those photos you got there, because those are pretty impressive.
Yeah. Well, first off, I go all over the country and the world to a horror convention, so they put this up. Crapticon, Spencer Wilding, Darth Vader, Star Wars Rogue One is my agent, and I'm going to go to Germany later this year for a horror convention, Star Wars convention, because Microwave Massacre is one of the top cult films in Berlin.
Wow.
This is myself in Malibu High.
That's you as a young pup. Huh?
Hell yeah, young. And it was it cost us $100,000, and through the years made over $10 million. And one of Quentin Tarantino's favorite films. I was also associate producer and in The Flesh Merchant with great Joel Estevez, the brother Martin Sheen, Don Stroud, Michelle Bauer, Neil Delama. I mean, so I met it. Yeah.
Who's that? Is that Estevez right there?
That I believe is I think that's Michelle Bauer. I'm forgetting now, but and Mike Tristano, now the #1 armor effects guy in the world, and I still work with him. He does all the armor and gun effects for all the Gerard Butler films, and anything that Brad Pitt does, and he's still working with me.
So you're like a producer, but you're also an actor as well.
Oh yeah, I've acted, produced. I just directed. Came out two years ago at the Fine Arts Theater, and it had the world premiere in Minneapolis, A Taboo Identity, the Kay Parker story. And I directed it. Kay Parker was the #1 adult film star in the world in the 80s. Stopped that and became a metaphysical counselor, one of the tops in the world, to helping people with major mental issues, including stopping from committing suicide. And I'm doing the director's cut now. I got out of retirement, believe it or not, named the cutest girl in 1987, Jill Scholler. She was star of Babes in Toyland, The Stepfather, Phantom of the Opera with Robert England, and she gave up acting on top to raise her sons herself. So anyway, she came back and she worked with me. She's my star interviewer in film. I'm doing the director's cut now.
So let me ask you.
Yeah.
It looks to me like ageism is taking a kick in the butt because there's a lot of older actors like yourself, De Niro, Pacino. All these guys look like their whole career is catching on fire all over.
Yeah, they are. And
yours too.
Mine too.
Yours has been like a steady flow.
Well, yeah, with time in between, but I still, I wrote. I have like I said, a book coming out on myself called CM, from stutterer to celebrity, intolerance against intolerance. Because I was bullied. Oh yeah. I just won't put up with things in the world against whether it's race, sexual orientation, or whatever. That's part of why I did this movie, A Taboo Identity.
Now, a quick question. I'm going to just jump in here real quick. The way that I conquered my stuttering, I went to a Catholic high school when a nun said, sing, sing, sing all the time when you can, and that helped me. How did you break stuttering?
I never totally, I'd said, but what really did it was, because I was bullied, 7th grade, then all of a sudden, in like 10th, 11th grade, I became a swimmer, did well, and I started a rock band.
Oh.
Now, I would not date anyone, they'd make fun of me, but guess what? As my senior year, my first year in college, I'm in a popular rock band.
Wow.
Those girls could care less if I stuttered. I was up on the street singing these rock songs, and they liked that.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? In fact, one girl took me out for a drink. She says, you're so cute, and I love that stutter. I said, wow, maybe stuttering isn't that bad after all.
Yeah.
And then I said, screw it. I used to take therapy lessons, probably hundreds of dollars worth of psychology, therapy, whatever. Marbles in my mouth. I said, screw it. I went to Hollywood, and I made a movie, and next thing you know, all those probably people that bullied me, guess what? They were watching my movie now and calling me, says, we're so proud of you, Craig. That's honest to God true. And I forgave them for that. I said, why not? And then I said, you know what, this is a silver lining. I can help people now, and it doesn't matter if I stutter. Other people have other handicaps, who cares? Just go out and achieve your dream like I did. And I had a talk show and I stuttered, and now it's coming back, the Hollywood Showcase, working with Luke Pizarro, People Radio. I'm working with Bob Cummings here. We've already done a number of episodes with a lot of cool interviews, like with Alan Holtzman, two-time Emmy Award-winning director of the Holocaust, survivors of the Holocaust, Sheree Wilson, the star of Walker, Texas Ranger, Eric Roberts, who I'm in a movie with called It Wants Blood.
So you're going to be working with Vita Gafari?
Vita, oh yeah.
Pretty good for the money.
I've already interviewed her for an upcoming show.
Very cool.
Lou Pizarro right here. My Repo Radio. Joseph Williamson, just one of the nice guys. Being in his organization is phenomenal.
Can we get Lou in this?
Lou Pizarro, come here. I'm doing an interview here.
Yeah, we like to get you in here because I know your ears are burning.
Oh yeah, they are on fire, man. It's a great evening. Appreciate all the support. It's very important.
Yeah, like I said, we're doing the TV show, this and that. I'm definitely I have to have this guy involved directly in the Hollywood Showcase.
Oh, that's right. Because we like to give a good show.
Oh yeah, we do, and we might even repo a car here and there, right?
That ain't no joke if you don't pay that note.
Yeah, you got that right. Thanks, man. That Lou Pizarro, I love him.
So how do you get all this energy?
The energy?
You're on fire here.
I know. Well, I don't know. I've always had this type of energy. Part of it's in my system.
You love
my soul.
what you do, and it just ignites you.
And I love people, working with people. When I moved out here from Los Angeles, I know no one except Rock Hudson and his mother. Within a year, I helped produce a movie theater. I'm working on a movie, taking a film at UCLA course. I'm managing a movie called in Tarzana. The movies are Tarzana, and that's when I found out, like they said, you're a celebrity magnet. I'm a guy from Minnesota, right? And within 3 weeks, who am I friends with? Because Michael Cole, the Mod Squad, because I found him having a drink at a saloon, and who comes into the theater? The Jacksons lived a mile away.
Wow.
And Michael Jackson would come in and say, "You must be the new guy." He said, "Well, yeah, I'm from Minnesota. I'm Michael Jackson. Are you into horror films?" I said, "Yeah, of course." And I got to tell you, he kept on coming into the movie theater. I was actually friends with Michael Jackson. I mean, how cool is that?
That's very cool.
I moved into this Tarzana in this remarkable one-bedroom apartment right in the heart of the valley, and other people like me, upcoming news, moved out here for the business. Next thing I know, this guy moves right next to me. Is John Robinson from Iowa, and he says, "Wait, Craig, I'm the music guy from Iowa. You're the movie guy." That week he moved up. He ended up signing a contract with Quincy Jones and became the drummer for Rufus and Chaka Khan. Now he's living right next to me, and all of a sudden his friends start coming over there to me. I'm becoming his friends, and within 3 years, he became the #1 drummer in the world of all Quincy Jones. In fact, every single one of Michael Jackson's albums, Thriller, Off the Wall, that's him.
Wow.
And then when I did the world premiere of Microwave Massacre years later, who comes to the premiere? Bobby Watson, the bass player for Rufus Chaka Khan, right? Michael Jackson and John Robinson sits right there with me. How cool is that?
Let me ask you a question. Did you say you did the Man in the Mirror?
Yeah. He did, he would have probably done anything. In fact, he's on tour right now, the last final tour with Elton John.
Wow.
And he's one of my best friends. And he's already done half a score for a werewolf film we plan on doing called Ripped to Shreds. Ripped to Shreds.
So it looks like, just like the pastors were saying, you've been touched by God, you got God's favor. Because everything
Spencer
you did
Wilding,
was busy.
I meet at a horror convention because I'm famous for a horror, and he's Darth Vader, Star Wars Rogue One. He's the Wolfman in the Wolfman, and he co-owns an agency for these conventions. He signed me up. He says, "Greg, you're just a fun guy, and I want you to go on the show with me." Now all of a sudden he calls me and says, "I might bring you to Berlin or near Berlin with me the end of spring." The Microwave Massacre is now one of the top cult films in Europe. And of course, he's Darth Vader. So I mean, he's one of my best friends.
Cult upon cult upon cult, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just insane.
Yeah, very cool.
Well,
let me ask you this. How can people, aspiring actors, get in touch with you on social media?
I tell you what, we have a Facebook page. You can always check us out. In fact, Bob, I have a question. This is my partner, Bob Cummings. I'm doing an interview here, and I don't know how they can contact me. You probably know the best way to contact me, the fans out there.
Oh, fans out there can find Craig on Facebook and under Craig Muckler. And we have Craig Muckler's Hollywood Showcase fan page, and we also have a Craig Muckler fan page. So check it out there. That's the easiest way. Ask him to be your friend, and he will be your friend. I guarantee it. He's everybody's friend.
I'm everyone's friend.
Now, what's your role?
He and I are...
and I know you.
When I started thinking about bringing back my show,
Yeah.
I always had a co-host. I said, "Wow, this guy here is an actor. He's been involved also in some of our projects, like a Taboo Identity. So, and he's an actor. Why not? And we're like the Smothers Brothers. I'm Tommy,
Are you Tommy?
I'm Tommy, and he's Dick. You know what I mean?
I haven't been called
Mother
that
always
before.
loved them best.
Yeah. So anyway, so we just it's a perfect match. We started doing this months ago. We're gonna pilot right now.
Yeah.
It's gonna take some time, but we interview like 30, 40
we sat
people.
down this afternoon and tried to put together kind of a format for the show because we've got such a wealth of information and interviews that we've done right now. So we're trying to figure out how do we use these so that the audience is going to like them. That's kind of where my background comes in. I'm an actor and voiceover artist, but I'm also a former marketing executive. And that's one of the key things that TV and film are lacking is people don't know how to do marketing. And you can have the best film.
And Bob
the
helped
best
market
show.
this event tonight.
Yeah, he helped the marketing of this event tonight.
I've been hearing about it. Agramon's gave from Lorraine, but I've never seen it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm happy to find
Well,
this.
Lorraine Landon is
Oh,
going
yeah.
to be here in the late 70s when I was casting for Microwave Massacre, starring Jackie Vernon, right? As the #1, one of the top stand-up comics in the world. So all of a sudden, he's getting pictures and resumes in because we're going to do it. And I get a picture and resume from Lorraine Landon. We contacted her, said, you know what, you might be perfect. But she was just coming up big, and we couldn't afford her. So we ended up with Karen Marshall instead.
Okay.
But as things turn out, all these years later, we're going to be here together. Who would have thought that?
And then she's coming in studio to do an interview with
We're
us
interviewing
tomorrow.
her. Jasper Cole, we're interviewing him. In fact, also on this week, I'm going to be interviewing now a friend of mine, Andy Robinson. He's the best deviant killer ever in Dirty Harry.
Yeah, Dirty Harry.
Where he got blown away, and then he turns out to be Liberace, and we're stuff. But now he's coming on our show. You know, so I mean, really, so it's phenomenal the people
So it's
that we work
recycle, reinvent, hang in there,
Oh, yeah.
stay
That's what I
hot,
said.
get cold, keep going, keep coming.
with. Keep on going, keep on coming.
And then keep on using that magical stutter.
Yeah, my stutter. Who would have
leave
thought? Who
stutter
would have
out.
thought? It was my. I mean, everyone. I hated being a stutter, and then look what happens. A TV show, movies now. I mean, a movie with Eric Roberts coming up. It Wants Blood. Killer Ways Part 2 with Marky Ramone of the Ramones.
Wow.
There's another, film. Mike Remastered Part 2. Howard Lake. We're going to be doing.
Our show is always just a little bit longer because of the stutter, though.
Yeah. Well, what can I say?
I bet you guys knew Dick Michaels, didn't you?
Now who?
He's the producer of Na 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 Na.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I
He
never
passed
met,
away.
but yeah. We're in a small circle here.
Because when
We're all,
you-
I have a feeling that Zoe and genes that we're probably related somehow. I mean, think about me related to James Earl Jones in a way. How about that? I mean, think about it. We both stuttered, and look what happens. Darth Vader and and
Now,
myself.
if you never stuttered, I wonder if this would have all happened.
No. As I told you, as a kid growing up, I was thinking, I'm going to act. Like I told Rock Hudson, I'm going to act because people won't make fun of me because I'm on the screen acting. And then I did it.
And then we'll start singing to get the
in all these
girls.
movies. And a TV show, no, it would not have happened. I don't suggest people have some handicap just to get it going. But if you have a handicap,
Use it.
why not
Phone
use it? I mean, think about people that are, in the wheelchairs for something. Next thing you know, there's wheel for Olympics for people with handicaps. And next thing you know, they're on Sports Illustrated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the way I look at it, you have a handicap, use it to your advantage. Don't worry about it. It's there. Use it.
I just
In
want
fact,
to
love it maybe.
I just want to thank you guys for a great interview, and you guys are phenomenal. Just want
Thank
to
you.
congratulate you on your success,
Oh, thank
and I
you.
hope you keep scorching.
Yeah.
We
Thank you.
appreciate talking
Thank you so
to
much.
Okay.
Bye bye now.
Bye. Thanks.